Coffee?
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't started. The show hasn't started.
Yeah, it started, yeah.
Well, it hasn't said it. It's not starting for us on YouTube.
What? Oh, I have to say go live. It's going to go live now. Sorry, guys. But this is... Okay. Well, it's live now.
Cool.
Re-speech.
Hey, everybody. We just said hello, but we're saying hello again. Warning, it's going to be a triggered stream. So, yeah, if you haven't noticed that you might need to sit down and get something to drink, now is the time. Go to the toilet, sit down, get something to drink, and hold someone's hand who's going to help you keep calm, because it's going to be a lot of triggered people today. Anyway, again, Michael Kahn, Paul, Jeff, and Cruikshank. How you guys doing? Again.
Yo, again.
Well, good.
Still good.
Now we started. Well, yeah, we all said hello and everything. We hadn't even started.
Exactly. It's crazy. It's probably because our mind is somewhere else, because I'm struggling to figure out how anybody can fall for this bullcrap.
I know. And it's a shame who it is as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone always in the start.
Yeah, I just have to give a disclaimer to Face Reality. Dude, we're not doing this to attack you or anything. We're doing this because we care about you and we want to correct you on practically all the wrong information you presented. And I mean, it's like literally 99% was false. I don't know how to put this, but you've been duped, mate. Hectically duped. Okay, so I don't know if you guys have heard about Dr. Ray Hagins before.
No.
Negative.
This is Dr. Ray Hagins. He seems to be the cult leaders, I would say, where people like Face Reality has unfortunately got sucked into and taken as his inspiration for leaving Christianity, which is really sad. The thing that does bloody hell irritate me, he can't even spell African. Yeah, this is the guy. The thing that irritates me hectic with this, though, can you at least spell African correct?
I know, it's... that's how you spell Afrikaans.
Afrikaan. Yeah,
it's
Afrikaans double A, but I mean, African... Yeah. It's like he's trying to make it sound extra.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, guys, if you're wondering what the vote says, Jesus is God's begotten son. This is the idiot that started all, that Jesus is not the begotten son of God, but he's the son, literally the son outside.
Wow.
I'm just looking at them anks on. See them anks on them. On them.
That's his
badges.
Yeah, that's his staple symbolism.
That's Egyptian stuff, isn't it?
That's paganism.
It's paganism. It's based in paganism, exactly.
It's got that cross with the loop on the end. Yeah, that's not Christianity.
No. So anyway, this was a pastor, guys. He was a pastor, and he became. I want to see where they put it. He's a spiritualist. There we go. Dr. Hagins is a chief elder. So he's a self-proclaimed chief elder and spiritual leader at the African Village and Cultural Center in St. Louis, Missouri. He is also a clinician. Clinician. What the hell's that?
Like doctors are clinicians. Somebody who works in the clinic.
Okay, a therapist, a musician, and a pilot. Ooh, okay. Hey, Riff Raff. Hey, Jeff Gassett, Miss Mod, YouTube, Triple X, Alan Norstrand, and everybody else that I just missed. Good to see you guys. Thank you for coming. So anyway, he used to be a pastor, and he's decided to dupe people into believing that Christianity is false. And yeah, let's see. How I made the transition from religion to spirituality. Doesn't that sound sort of like New Age to you guys?
Yeah.
First of all, Christianity is not a religion.
No.
Just because the world classifies it under religion doesn't make Christianity a religion. So firstly, he's got that wrong.
It's based on Jesus, isn't it? And Jesus came against religion. He spoke about don't be like the pious people, which means religious.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's specifically the scriptures specifically state don't be based on religion.
Yeah.
Because I mean that's what the Jews were. They were religious.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Look at what his spiritual name is that he made up for himself.
Sarah Ankh. Ooh. Egyptian much? Ankhotep Makaru.
Sarah Ankhotep Makaru Sete.
Hotep is a demon, by the way, and he was seen as an Egyptian god, was he not?
Wow.
So that explains a lot.
I don't know.
But anyway, let's read on. Many people have asked me how I made the transition from the Pentecostal minister who was sold out for the so-called gospel of Jesus Christ.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. To Afrikaan, which you can't spell, conscious minister and warrior for the liberation of black African people, which you can't even spell correct. After sharing my testimony with other minister, he suggested that I post the testimony of my transition into African consciousness on the internet in hopes of inspiring other brothers and sisters who may be at the point of coming to an African awareness from the quantum deception of European philosophical and religious thoughts. I just want to state something. I am more African than this guy. I live in South Africa. I was born an African.
What's a quantum deception?
Yeah,
Exactly.
what is quantum?
Sorry,
Because that suggests that it's really
Small deception.
small.
Yeah. But think about it. This guy's not even African. Just because he's classified as African American doesn't make him African. You know what I mean?
No, exactly.
He lives in damn Missouri. Okay? I'm more African than this guy.
True.
Well, true. Absolutely.
I mean, what makes a person African? Oh, I don't know. Being born in Africa. So anyway, inspiring others, European philosophical and religious thought. I pray that how do you pray if you don't believe in a God? First of all, who's this guy praying to?
Yeah, exactly.
Baal. Molech.
Molech, yeah, exactly.
Pick your pick.
Hotep. In 1987, I was invited to a meeting of about 25 black men, educators, businessmen, community leaders, and 3 ministers in the hometown of Paterson, New Jersey. Although the meeting had not started, we were formally talking about what needed to be done to enhance our community. Suddenly, I overheard one of the brothers say, "We need to get this European Jesus out of the minds of our people." Ooh, doesn't that sound racistical to you?
Definitely.
First of all, he's talking about we're all just black men that came, and we need to get this European Jesus out of our minds of the people.
Exactly. I mean, nobody says Jesus is European anyway,
No.
but saying it like that suggests that he's got a grudge.
Last time I checked, Jerusalem's not in Europe.
No.
Horus?
I mean, Jesus of...
Oh my god.
Yeah, this guy is like,
This is
from
like
the
Egyptian
get-go,
crap.
red... It's crap. All this guy, look at this. DEFCON 5, DEFCON 4.
Wow.
Let's read it. I couldn't believe what I just heard. Immediately, everything shut me down. I went into battle station. I immediately went from DEFCON 1, is military phase, which means defense condition, to DEFCON 5, is peacetime, and DEF 4. Whatever. This guy's just a... Anyway, I stepped over to this brother and said, "What do you mean Jesus' name was Horus?" No, Jesus' name was never Horus.
No.
If you knew anything about the roots of Jesus' name, it has nothing whatsoever to do with Horus.
No.
It's Yahweh. The Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Horus is an Egyptian god,
Yep.
which had an absolutely sweet bugger all to do with Hebrew and Jewish.
Well, since Jesus existed in the beginning and Horus come thousands of years after creation, it's an impossibility. Like.
Exactly.
191's, but it says easy on dissonance, Missourians flats.
By the way, it's good to see you all here. Please hit the likes, share the show if you haven't done already. Oh, wow. Okay, so let's see what he says. What do you mean Jesus' name was Horus? I thought he was saying Horus. He responded, it was Horus, the first virgin born. Jesus' child was Horus of Egypt. And the first record of his birth dates back to over 6,000 years BC.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Absolute rubbish. Yeah. 6,000 years before Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
right.
he's not allowed to use that connotation because that means before Christ.
Exactly. How do you? You're correct.
Point. Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, stood in the middle of the floor and said, "Brothers, I'm sorry to have to leave. Anybody refuses to accept Jesus Christ, the deceiver, the devil, blah blah blah." This guy's just playing victim here again. Okay, let's see what he says about Romans. The third Sunday in March 1991, as I stood up to preach my church in Patterson, just as I was about to read the text of the message, which was Romans 8:28, it seemed as though someone whispered in my right ear, "Did people know God before Moses went up to the mountain?" Can I ask you guys one question?
Yeah.
Is Jesus the only one that talks to someone and whispers in their ear?
No.
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 Last time I checked, the devil sits on your shoulder, correct?
Yeah.
As they put it in that form. And what does the devil whisper? Sweet nothings into your ear, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Totally.
so can we state that this guy wasn't a true Christian if he decided, hang on, someone's talking to my ear, and it's definitely not the Holy Spirit. Should I trust this guy?
Exactly. You'd think if he was a Christian pastor, then he'd know things like this. The spirit naturally, things like this can happen, and it could be demons. You know.
Exactly. I mean, this reminds me of Islam. I mean, how do you think Muhammad started Islam?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same still. Well, anyway, we just saw what the rubbish this guy... I mean, this will be a stream on its own just to look through this rubbish. But unfortunately, this is the guy that started his own cult to try and get Christians away from Christianity. And I feel sorry for him when he stands before Jesus one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, really bad stuff. Are you guys ready to start the actual video, though?
Yeah, let's do it.
But again, warning, guys. There's a lot of triggers in here. And if you guys want to stop me anytime, let me know.
Yeah.
Just pausing for this music for now. Okay. Again, face reality, nothing against you, mate. We're just trying to help you out. To show you
Hello, everyone.
Has his logo got loads of extra lines?
Yeah, it has. It looks like it.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
It looks like that to me. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I also haven't really noticed that. I don't even know if he's even a flat earth anymore. He was even attacking flat earth on this video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to this video. So today, we're going to talk about Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
Uh-oh.
Now, I warn you, this is a highly controversial topic.
Warning, warning. Extremely controversial claims. I'm going...
Flats.
Yeah.
The fact that he's wearing shades when he's talking to you,
Yeah.
right there. Like, it's just people that have to hide their eyes are lying.
Yeah, he might know that he's lying to himself.
Yeah.
And doesn't want people to see that fact.
But then again, all the videos he's really done, he's actually been wearing glasses and stuff. It's like his persona, I would say.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, but like I said, it's you're gonna see it's gonna get very hectic very soon.
to present here.
And it's going to be controversial to about 2.38 billion people on earth called Christians in the religion of Christianity.
Duh.
Now, for the other 5 billion plus people,
Approximately, anyway.
probably won't bother them so much.
I wouldn't see why.
Now, before I make this statement and claim, I want you to keep in mind Proverbs 18:13.
Please keep this in mind.
Okay, let's get Proverbs 18:13 up, just so we remember.
What's that extra voice on it like?
That's him.
I think it's him responding to himself, like
Yeah.
later in it. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I don't know why he did that though.
I
And
know
it's
a bit
quite
savage,
loud.
but-
It's
I thought I got something else playing, like in background or something.
But
but I mean,
he's
it is quite irritating though.
now using proverbs to. Do you know what I mean?
But you see the issue here. They want to use the
Yeah,
Bible to discredit the Bible.
Yeah, exactly.
So, spouting off before listening to a fact is both shameful and foolish. Yeah, I agree. If one gives an answer before he hears, it is folly and shame. This is exactly why I'm doing this tonight, because unfortunately, face reality, you fall into being ignorant to
Having
this,
his
and
ears
he's just
tickled.
accepted it. Sorry?
Having his ears tickled.
Exactly.
exactly.
He didn't
Yes.
check. He didn't actually check the information correctly.
You're sovereign. I think he does think he's a little like Morpheus from the Matrix. I think he's aiming for that, isn't he? Got that kind of look.
Yeah. Okay. Let's carry on. I only realized now this seems like an hour long. I didn't even listen that far. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
And it goes, he that answereth a matter before he heareth, it is a folly and shame unto him. So basically, hear me out.
Attention, please.
And please try to refrain from the cognitive dissonance that's going to automatically come into your mind once you hear these statements.
Which will be extremely difficult.
So here we go. Jesus Christ is the Son of God.
Wait, what?
Not too controversial, but yes, it is. Jesus Christ is the Son.
I'm pausing right there.
Wow.
And now, if it didn't make sense to everybody that said I'm confused, now you understand.
So it's another form of Helios.
It's heliocentric. It's Helios
worship.
sun worship. Exactly
Yeah.
that. Apollo. By the way, Apollon is a demon, and don't worry, I'm
I
still
just
going to get there.
instantly lost 100 IQ points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is son and son aren't same words.
No, but you're going to see what's going to happen. He's going to try and correlate it and say
Yeah.
the Bible didn't actually portray a physical Jesus. It was all just,
Wow.
analogical, and it was actually based on
But what
the
about
sun.
eyewitness? What about eyewitness testimony?
We're still going to get there. There's so much things I don't know. It's like he literally is blind to everything and just ignores it.
I mean, and if you start to say Jesus is some kind of metaphor in the New Testament, how does a metaphor talk about Adam and stuff like that and things from the
See,
scripture? From
See,
scripture?
Face Reality's covered creation account, yeah,
Mhm.
on a video.
Yeah.
The guy who we were talking about who were creating was Jesus.
Uh-huh.
And Jesus created the sun. So he can't both create the sun and be the sun at the same
And-
time. It's
And that's a
process.
good thing now, because it's probably going to come up later.
Mm.
Where was the light before the sun came? There was light, correct?
Yeah.
God said, "Let there be light," and there was light.
Yeah.
Huh.
Son of God.
What?
As in
Is it full of all this stupid
astro-theology.
sound bites?
Sorry?
Is it full of like all these stupid sound bites?
It's at least half
Right.
the video.
I think at least half of it, yeah. It gets a bit less, though, as he goes on.
Wow.
But it's crazy. Exactly, Divergent. Historical documents everywhere. I mean, it's not just from Judaism that has historical documents, Christianity's. It's literally different type of sects and civilizations and parties that have actual documentation of Jesus, even his resurrection. I mean, they even got actual physical, a letter from Pontius Pilate
Mm.
with the execution order. It's like, it's what?
Still with me? Now, I'm going to present some evidence
Hella evidence.
and give some of my thoughts
Logical, rational.
to verify what I'm saying. You ready? All right, here we go.
Hey, cheese.
I'm sorry, I just have to stop here quickly. If you say Jesus is the Son, it shows you haven't actually read your Bible correctly or not understanding what begotten means. Did Jesus begot the Son, guys, or did he create the Son on the fourth day?
Created it.
Yeah. How do you begot a son? You can begot a person, as in son or daughter. I mean, I have 3 children. I begot son and daughters. I can't begot a sun in the sky.
Listen to this real fast.
The comparison of Christ with the astronomical sun is common in ancient Christian writings. By the Son of Righteousness in Malachi chapter 4, the Fathers, from Justin downward, and nearly all the earlier commentators understand Christ, who is supposed to be described as the rising sun.
Do you see the issue here? Now, when they give a how can I say, a title like the bright and morning sun, the bright morning star or the rising sun, does that mean they literally mean they're the rising sun?
No, it's just a title that likening them to something,
Yeah.
That's it.
And does he know astronomy? The astronomy he's basing everything on is pagan. It's not Christianity at all.
We need to understand that these stories were based on the movements of the sun in the sky. We need to understand that. Everybody say astro-theology.
Has anybody heard of astro-theology before?
No,
Let's
not really.
quickly go look up what astro-theology is.
I can think of another name for it.
Astro-theology is a discipline combining the methods of domains of space science with systematical theology. Now I want to ask anybody, did this astro-theology exist in Jesus' time?
Negative.
Negative, exactly. So how the hell is it based on astro-theology if it wasn't even a thing then?
Wow.
Well, God also says not to worship anyone else
The Bible specifically
in
says
heaven,
against
on
this.
earth, or under earth.
That's right.
So
I mean, the Bible specifically says against this. And yet he wants to claim that's what the Bible is basing Jesus upon.
Yeah. Say worship him, not what he created.
Ooh-wee. And I
looks
just
like
have to let
an
you guys know,
evil-
it's going to get
looks
really
like
bad.
An evil Teletubbies, son.
That is. Hey, Gavin B. Signal Step, what's up? Don Logan.
See, we have taken what was astro-theology and made it literal theology. We've made it historical theology. So we've taken that which did not literally exist or historically exist and incorporated it into our belief system as though it is fact.
Oh.
Wow.
So actual historical documentation, physical accounts,
Archaeological proof.
archaeological proof, it's all, but it's not literal, guys. It's not literal. Why? Because some cult leader that can't spell African correct says so.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I wonder what ring that is faciality is wearing.
Crazy stuff.
Probably
Right.
Masonic.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I don't want to be harsh on faciality or anything because I do respect the guy. I mean, I still see him as a friend kind of thing. And I'm going to try my best not to get angry. But the stuff said in here, guys, is literally blaspheming. And it's, yeah, no, it's just not correct. It's not on, let's put it that way. And it's all because he's followed some cult leader that, like I said, just literally taking people for a ride.
It's not new though, is it? As
No.
long as I've been a Christian online, I've heard people throwing this stuff around. Jesus were real. It's some, it's ancient.
But it's because they believe, they take it upon Catholicism.
Yeah.
Catholicism.
His hair was depicted
And
as
they-
a sun, isn't it?
And that's why I always like to tell the people, distinguish the difference between Christianity and Catholicism. Catholicism is not Christianity. Catholicism came after Christianity. It's literally a sect. It's a cult. It's not Christianity. And the people always want to take the sect of Catholicism and rope it in with Christianity. But it's not the same thing at all. I totally agree, Gavin. That's why I'm making this and hoping he's going to see the information presented, and he's going to take the first scripture he brought up, Proverbs 18:13, to heart, and see, maybe he became a fool because he listened to some guy instead of doing his homework properly. Because I'm going to show, guys, the dates and stuff even given totally contradicts what this guy's giving up.
Yeah.
If you just even took
Look what
2 minutes to
ChatGPT
look at dates. Yeah?
He's saying African is correct spelling. Google it.
Okay, I'm going to do this for you. African. There we go. African Bank Limited. This is in South Africa. African definition of meaning. African. Relating to Africa or its people, customs, or languages. A person from Africa.
African.
There we go.
Yep. It's only Afrikaans, it's spelled with a K, isn't it?
And double A.
And double A, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the actual sun. All right. How many zodiac signs are there?
Sorry, what does the Bible specifically teach about astrology and zodiac signs, guys?
It's
Evil.
Just
Craft.
evil. Stay away from it.
witchcraft stuff. Yeah.
Pagan ritual. Why is he trying to bring it up as the Bible's teaching it? Where it specifically says against it.
Yep.
So he can justify
12.
what he's saying.
How many months in a year? 12.
How many disciples did Jesus have? 12.
Okay, how many months in a year for the Hebrew calendar, guys? 13.
Yeah, originally.
Last time I checked, the Hebrew calendar is what they worked on, correct?
I would believe so because they were Hebrew.
And when did the Gregorian calendar come out? Because that's what the 12 months is, Gregorian.
Yeah.
Let's actually take a look quickly. (1582) by a Pope Gregory. So
Wow.
would that be a Catholic?
Aye.
1582. When did Jesus die again, guys?
About 1500 years before that.
Well, a little more than 1500. Yeah.
A little more. Yeah.
So faciality. Why are you doing numerology on something that's totally false? 13 months in a year, mate, not 12. And by the way, there was actually more than 12 disciples, if you know your history properly.
Apparently, we're all a bunch of troll agents.
Yeah, I was just about to
crazy.
do that. Vicky beat me to it. I was just scrolling up to see if he'd said something else. But yeah.
But yeah, it's insane. So he's already starting with the information wrong.
At the age of 12, Jesus told his mother Mary he must be about his father's business. Or in other words, at noon or 12 o'clock, the sun is at its highest point in the...
Sorry, at 12. He was 12 years old. Remember his mother, Mary, went looking for him. It says, did you not know I was doing my father's business? Sorry, did this literal son go down to the temple and teach the people in the synagogues?
Yeah. It must have been the sun come down and preached to all,
Yeah.
all the people in the synagogues when it was 12-year-old.
The son was 12 years old. I don't know.
Yeah, the son must have been 12-year-old at the time.
And if he's trying to correlate it with, okay, it's 12 noon then, why would Mary have to go and look for the sun?
Yeah, exactly. It should be right above you.
Yeah.
And it should be 90 degrees above you.
And unfortunately, all this information he's got is from that Dr. Ray Higgins rubbish dude. It shows you how idiotic the guy doesn't even check his stuff. It's literally he spews rubbish and the people just fall gullible to it.
It's crazy because so far, yeah, everything's correlation. 12, 12, 12. It's all correlation.
Yeah, and correlation based on false information. It's not even on proper information.
No.
The sky closest to God, the Father.
Jesus entered his ministry at the age of 30.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the sun enters each zodiac sign at the angle of 30-degree increments?
Okay, so this
Wow. Again,
Excellent.
astronomy? Well, this is astrology, correct? Zodiac, astrology.
Astrology, yeah.
Is frowned upon as being an abomination according to the Bible. Why would the Bible say it's an abomination and to not practice these things when trying to base the Messiah on these things?
Well, I think it tells you not to practice these things because this is the kind of thing you can get into by following that practice.
Yeah, that's not astrology, though. That's horoscopes. Astrology is just the study of the stars, like celestial navigation.
No,
I mean,
that's
they call
astronomy.
it astronomy now, but
No,
astrology is
astrology.
the proper word because it's the study of the astro.
Yeah, astrology is with the zodiacs and stuff. Astronomy is
Yeah, they've tried to combine
yeah.
that with now, but originally it was just based on that was the foundation of celestial navigation is astrology.
Oh, okay.
So
But
it's a bit
it's-
of they've tried to confuse the meaning. They do that on purpose with lots of
Okay.
words.
But I mean, if you look at it, all the pagan, pagan religions that there were around, they did astrology. They used the zodiac signs and stuff to do all their meanings. I mean, that's why you get, even till this day, you get witches and stuff that specifically do their rituals when it's a full moon or on Halloween and stuff because it's got astrological symbolism towards it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, worshipping the lights rather than
Exactly.
just using them for what they're meant for. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gnostic teachings, Divergent Droid. Yeah. Gnosis. Yeah.
This is earthsky.org. Sun's entry into zodiac signs. Also, signs of both the tropical and sidereal zodiac represent equal 30-degree divisions. And here's a year 2021 example of the sun's entry into the tropical zodiac. You can see month to month, there are 30-degree increments.
How does
Alright.
this prove that sun's Jesus?
I have no idea. That's correlation. That's got nothing to do with what he's trying to say.
Exactly.
But I mean, just because it's 30-degree increments and because Jesus was 30, it doesn't really match. I can say, okay, guys, I fell off a bicycle at 30, so therefore Jesus was 30 when that happened. It's the same. You understand? It doesn't fit together. But just because there's 30 and 30, so therefore it correlates together.
Correlation and superstition, pretty much. You know, superstition comes into it a little bit, I think. You know, it's ridiculous.
Ooh, but it just gets more ridiculous. I literally found myself pausing a lot today and just trying to not even think because I got so triggered.
I mean, for me, like any normal person would put this on and last about 10 minutes and say we're a lot of bollocks and turn it off.
It was really hard for me. I mean, I think I got to like 20 minutes and I forced myself to do it because, like I said, I care about this guy.
I got as far as the 12s where he's just been. That's it.
I didn't watch it. Like
It's
I'm
painful.
struggling to watch it now.
And I mean, I must say, it's much easier now, at least, that we're stopping and talking about it with you guys. But when I was listening to myself, I was like, literally found myself getting agitated. Like, I can't take this. It was like really bad.
Do you not think that's intention? Like, just to wind
Yeah.
Christians up because he ain't really proving out.
Yeah, but like I
No.
was saying, because I care about him, I want to give him the right information, and that's why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Because there's people that following this nonsense. So if they see, okay, yeah, the information shown is just wrong, because then there's just going to be more people falling for this. You know what I mean? So we have to do our part at least and say, okay, here's the information, take it or leave it, at your choice.
YouTube. What would be more surprising? McToon is CIA or FTFE is MI6?
FTFE is MI6. McToon I can still think as CIA, for sure. No doubt.
I don't know about that. Like,
But FTFE
Drop
as
a flag.
MI6, no ways.
Yeah.
So we got
Well, he could be the janitor at MI6. That's a different story.
Could be.
Cheers, Jeff. Thanks for coming, by the way, man. Appreciate you being here.
at 12 and 30.
Jeff had enough.
30 years after Christ's birth, he
Yeah.
was baptized. 30 days after the son is born, he enters the sign Aquarius, the water bearer. Baptismo.
Right?
Okay.
What?
Baptismo.
Baptismal. What do you mean by the son is born? What's he on about? This the son coming into the 30-day thing? Is that what you're talking
So,
about?
hold on a minute. So, were there any Sunday before Jesus were born?
No. Oh, yeah,
Well, everybody living in dark. Like.
Yeah, it would have been a bit.
I don't know. I don't know. His correlations
I
is
can't
so out
understand
of this world. It's.
Stupidness of it.
But I want. I brought up Matthew 3:17 quickly. I want to know. How does this make sense with what he said? Because he's saying Jesus was 30, and he got baptized in the year, Aquarius, means he wasn't actually baptized. Now, were there actual people taking account for Jesus's baptism with John?
Yeah, there was people there.
And they actually took account, and there was an actual voice coming from heaven.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
did this voice say?
This is my son.
And lo, a voice from heaven saying, "This is my beloved son, in whom I am well pleased." Now I want to ask a question. John the Baptist, did you catch the sun out of the sky and dunk it in the water? And then the clouds or something said, "This is my beloved son."
Gosh. Wow.
Last time I checked, if there's an audible voice and there's actual people taking account of this, it's usually how can I put this? A historical narrative. It's actually happened because they had eyewitnesses and it was documented.
Well, Matthew's wrote this. He was eyewitness, weren't he?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. I just had to bring that up. Okay. But that, I mean, all this just shows this correlations is giving is absolute hogwash. It's got absolutely nothing to do with each other. He's taking something that's frowned upon by the Bible and trying to make it say the Bible is teaching this.
12 zodiac signs, third degree angles it enters at. Now, let's take a look at the image
There's supposed to be 13 now.
of the Last Supper.
Oh, the Last Supper, guys. This is...
But that's a painting that was done by Da Vinci.
Exactly, but you're going to see now why he's saying this represents the zodiac. Just look.
Painted by Leonardo da Vinci. What do you see here?
Look objectively.
We see Jesus, the S-O-N, in the very center. Or the S-U-N.
Mm-hmm.
We see 12 disciples.
No, sorry. Where does S-U-N come in here?
Yeah.
Where? Why?
Why? Where's it portraying sun here as in sun outside? Does he even know why this was painted? First of all, this was the Last Supper where Jesus was announcing that soon he will be leaving. And someone that they know here is going to betray them. That is what this is depicting. So everybody's like, who could it be? How can you do this? Get it? Now that's what this painting's about.
paired off into groups of threes. 4 groups of threes.
But why? But why?
4
Why
groups
would
of
you do
3.
that?
Yeah, but how does he know that's how they were in reality? Like,
Sorry.
this is a painting.
But
Like,
this is
Leonardo da Vinci weren't a photographer, like, and he was stood there photographing it. You know what I mean? How does he know they were stood in freeze?
exactly. But not just that. How can it be? He says 1, 2, 3, 4. This guy's hand is on this guy's shoulder.
Yeah.
So they one group, are they not?
Mm-hmm.
And one group and one groups. I don't see 4 groups.
No.
Huh.
No.
It's telling me he wants to see something that's not there.
Yeah. It's like the code in it when you know the Da Vinci Code and all that. You take that's meant to be John. That's meant to be a Mary Magdalene and not John. And there's actually a bosom there and not a chest. And if you take John and put him at the other side, he's actually leaning on Jesus' shoulder. All that kind of rubbish. He's doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Okay. So we have the 12 zodiac signs and the 4 seasons.
So the table, stools, legs are now the 4 seasons, guys.
Okay, so they don't just hold the table up, no?
No. This represents the 4 seasons.
Right, got you.
And
See.
I want to ask, if you look at this picture, where does it say anything about the sun outside, or seasons, or zodiacs? There's not even any symbolism for that here.
But
No.
you could say there's 8 legs there, like, you know.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, exactly. Or how about, why is he not looking at the feet then? Why doesn't that symbolize something?
What about the tapestry on the wall?
Yeah, what about
The tapestry on the walls, the patterns and everything,
Yeah.
yeah.
The windows?
I mean, they say 666.
Wow.
Oh, it's just crazy.
Man. I mean, this is like taking it very far stretch.
I don't know how you could, like, I'd be embarrassed to have put this out.
Yeah.
Exactly. How many squares on the ceiling is that? Let's see if we can correlate something with that.
Maybe it's the legs and the arms. You have to calculate all the legs and the arms.
Yeah. Yeah, and then times it
Alright,
and then
there
divide
we go.
it.
Crazy.
Of each year. And each season lasts about 3 months.
That's why. So you can clearly see the astro-theological correlation
No, you
and
can't.
connections in this
Clearly,
image.
as crystal.
Clearly,
Sure.
crystal, yeah, because he made shit up. Okay.
So the focal point of this picture is the sun
Of God.
No,
within the 12 zodiac signs and the 4 seasons
no,
of the year.
no. All he just put on screen there had absolutely sweet bugger all to do with that picture at all. There's literally no. There's not even correlation to it. He just made the correlation because he wanted it to be there. And where did he get all this again? Someone who can't spell African correct.
Yeah.
All right. Also,
Time to get your thinking caps on.
we're told in Christianity Jesus will come in the clouds.
Uh-huh.
Well, that happens all the time with the actual sun.
Oh, wow. Every single day. It says he's like once. Once, not every day.
And it also says every eye will see him. And,
Uh-huh.
like, obviously, only half the world sees.
Yeah.
Yeah, only half the world sees the sun at a time. What happens when there's no clouds? Or when it's overcast and you can't see the sun?
I'm going to say, we see it in England about once in a blue moon.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He spelled
The sun-
Sagittarius wrong. Well, he spelled it with 2 G's. And it's 1 G.
Sun cometh in the clouds. Literally.
I mean, just look at it.
We read in the Bible that Jesus walked on water.
Yeah?
Well, look at the sun.
Oh, no.
Oh, come
Oh,
on.
what?
Okay.
Walking on water.
Who else walked on water?
Peter.
Yeah.
Show me Peter there, please.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Jesus is the sun and Peter's the reflection. It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
And
Wow.
are you guys, when you look at the sun, are you afraid of the sun? Like it's a ghost?
No.
Because last time I checked, if you read the Bible, it says they saw a ghostly figure and they got afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sun is definitely not a ghostly figure walking on this water. And face reality, I have to ask you something. Is the sun literally touching the water? Do you know what to tread upon means?
I wonder how the sun divides the fish in the loaves. I wouldn't it just fraggle it?
Don't worry, even that's coming up later.
Oh, wow.
This is getting ridiculous. I don't know if it's just become like... I
It's
don't know.
embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
Sunset on a lake or an ocean or sunrise. You see the sun reflection walking.
Gavin B, I'm going to watch McToon. It may hurt me less than this. I warned you guys.
I agree.
Thanks, man.
I warned you guys. This is going to be a painful thing to watch. Oh, it's crazy. Whew. And it just gets worse. That's the problem. It doesn't get better. It gets worse.
On the water.
And we can see both of these natural phenomena every day.
So there's something called the winter solstice. All right.
Okay.
This ties into the December 25th, Christmas or Jesus' birthday.
It's not Jesus' birthday, dude.
Exactly.
Do your homework. It's not Jesus' birthday. Christmas is a pagan holiday.
Yeah. We don't know.
September.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's
Birthday.
closer to the 13th of September when it's Jesus' birthday, mate. You see what I'm saying? They don't do their homework.
That's it.
Just listen
That's
to
it.
some idiot who knows nothing and just accept it. It's fine. He said it, so therefore it is. So let me throw away my faith for a total lack of, I don't know, how can I put it? Logic, or what's the actual word we can use for this cult that this guy's following?
Silly.
Yeah, but most cults are delusional, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not even, how can I put it? It's so stupid that if the guy started talking to me, I would laugh him out the room. It's literally, I wouldn't even sit there and say, dude, you know what you're talking about. It's like,
Cult of
can I call
the
a
cult-
mental institute for you? Do you want the number?
Yeah, the cult of inanity, because you must be inane to believe this. I mean, face reality is called face reality. You need to do, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Crazy.
And that's said and love face reality, because you're bound
Exactly.
to do this.
He fell victim to this, unfortunately.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
And I think it's because he's been watching too much of this Ray Hagins guy that he kind of gets brainwashed into thinking everything he says is just true
His en-
without actually
entire
looking to it.
His entire family might be into it, though.
Yeah.
He might have been born into it.
Yeah,
know.
it might be a peer pressure thing. You never know, you know.
But
it's wrong.
I don't know if you guys get the same feeling as me whenever you look at that thing. Your insides get an uneasy feeling looking at that thing.
Definitely, even the tone of this video, the twinkly, do you know what I mean? The music, the kind of enchanting music and stuff like that. It's not right.
It's crazy. But I mean, spiritually, if I look at this symbol, it makes me uneasy because I know the origins of it and it's evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were raised to believe. Check out the significance of that.
From an earth-centric perspective, the sun makes its annual descent southward until December 22nd. On December 22nd is the beginning of what is called the winter solstice. On December 22nd, 22nd, guess what the sun does, brothers and sisters? It stops moving.
Once it has reached this lowest point, an interesting thing happens. The sun appears to stop moving south for 3 days. It will continue to move northward until the summer solstice, when it reaches its highest point.
Okay, I want to say something. First of all, the sun doesn't stop moving. It only stops moving south. It still moves.
Still move, yeah.
It's moving north instead of south.
Wow.
But you see what they're trying to do here? The summer solstice is now, look at the date, summer solstice, and keep that in mind, guys.
So, is he now heliocentric again, or what?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Sun worship is obviously, it's got to be heliocentric, where everything's revolving around
Well,
the
he's
sun.
literally claiming to be a sun worshipper now, guys. He's literally worshipping the actual sun outside.
Is he worshipping it, or are they attacking?
No, they're
Christianity?
worshipping it because they're saying
Get
it gives us life.
Yeah.
Without it, we'd be dying. You're going to see. It's literally, it's like, okay. Hey, Carol.
In other words, it dies.
The sun dies. No, it doesn't.
What?
How do you
In
get?
December?
How do you get the sun dies because it's winter solstice? It stops moving south for 3 days. It moves north.
No. It doesn't die.
So where has that said dead? Anywhere in there? Last time I checked, if I walk south,
Crucifixion didn't happen on any at solstice.
No.
As far as I'm aware.
exact no, it didn't at all. But I mean, let's walk around. But I mean, I think it's Good Friday and things is in April. Why is he talking about the winter solstice in December and trying to correlate it with that? But I mean,
it's far-reaching. All of it. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Is he on mushrooms? I think it's much stronger than mushrooms, Glenn.
See, it's this kind of sun worship that's changed. Start at New Year, isn't it?
But I mean, think about it. Where did he get the sun died? Where? Out of anything about the sun solstice, where? Just because he says the sun stopped, but he forget to read the rest. Stopped moving south. It's still moving, just not south anymore.
I've also heard people say the sun dies and rises in next day, every day, like.
Yeah, but doesn't literally die. I mean,
Continue
the
moving,
sun's
doesn't it?
up now in America. By me, it's not yet. Didn't die.
Apparently,
Yeah. It's insane.
doing setting like.
I think they're trying too hard to correlate things. That's the issue. They want to make correlations where there aren't any.
It starts its journey back northward, which takes 3 days for it to rise again. And became born again.
Sorry?
I knew he was going to say that. It takes 3 days, so he's basically correlating it with Jesus dying and rising again.
That's
3 days
exactly what
later.
I'm saying. And the solstice is in December, correct? And we celebrate Jesus' resurrection and stuff with like Good Friday and everything, correct? In April. Last time I checked,
Yeah.
April and December is a far way away from each other.
He was B9. I don't know if he is now,
Hey, Thomas Lawson, good to see you, man.
but I don't know who you are. I don't know if
Hey,
you're taking
B9,
a
because
mic.
he is, so far, I don't think he's changed to come a Glober, or I don't know what's up with him, but he's literally become this, whatever it is. Yeah.
Again, or rose again on December 25th.
Okay, so the sun stops moving or dies for
No, it
3
doesn't.
days.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't. It doesn't stop moving or dies for 3 days. It stops moving south and decides to move north.
When things just stops moving.
Nobody knows what sun is like, but I'm pretty sure it can't die.
No.
I like what Gavin said. They didn't correlate nothing. They wrote random things on cards and shuffled them together and then randomly connected them.
Yeah.
That about sounds right.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
And then rises again. So Matthew 12:40 says, "For Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth."
Yeah. Because that was a prophecy. It was
But
prophesied.
not a winter solstice.
Not a winter solstice. And last time I checked, if you're talking about the sun, does that mean nighttime, guys? No. If the sun's up, it's daytime.
Of course.
So, where does night and day come if the sun died, apparently? There's no day and night to
3
make
days
it 3
of darkness.
days. So, and like I said, I mean, the Jonah in the whales of the belly was literally a prophecy of Jesus dying on the cross and going to hell, Sheol, the heart of earth, aka, guys, a flat earth scripture, for 3 days to get the keys of Hades. Literally prophesied, then happened. Weird.
Which is just symbolic for the SUN.
All
No,
right.
it's not.
That's the December 25th
And the winter solstice.
correlation. Now, there's a big contradiction with that.
With Matthew 12:40. Listen closely.
Okay, so we have Good Friday,
I still don't see what's good about it.
or the day Jesus was crucified.
That's good?
What's good about it? I don't know. Maybe the fact that he died for us and he rose again. That's why. Last time I checked, that's a good thing. Because he set out to have a purpose and he fulfilled that purpose.
Yeah.
So it's a
Culmination of God's
good thing.
plan.
Exactly. I mean, why was Jesus sent to earth, guys? To fulfill the promise. And that's exactly what he did. So yeah, it's a good Friday.
And then we have Easter Sunday, the day he rose from the grave.
Allegedly.
Okay. It says, the Son of Man shall be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Now, 3 nights. So if he was crucified on Friday, that means Friday night,
Uno,
Saturday night,
dos,
and Sunday night,
tres.
he should have spent in the grave and rose on the following Monday morning.
Can
No.
No.
Well,
Not 4, 3.
what's he talking about?
He's literally just adding it to Monday because he feels like it. When he got crucified on the Friday, that's already
Yeah.
day 1.
Yeah,
The sun
exactly.
went down on Friday. The second
trying
day, the second day
Yeah,
Saturday, and the third day
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, he's trying to make it sound all consecutive when when Friday is the first day he was there. He's trying to say it kind of starts on the Saturday. By going 1 to Saturday, 2 to Sunday, 3 to Monday. That's what he's doing. You know what I mean? Instead of saying Friday 1, Saturday 2, Sunday 3.
He doesn't want to say Friday's 1. That's
Exactly.
dishonest from me, I would say. Not from me, sorry. To me, that's dishonest what he's saying. Because it counts as a day as soon as the sun set. So Friday, the sun rose, he got crucified, the sun set. He was dead. Day 1, literally dead. They took him off, put him in a tomb. Day 2, Saturday. Sorry?
A day starts evening, doesn't it?
Yeah, as soon as a day starts somewhere, it ends somewhere else.
Evening and the morning were the first day, so the day starts at evening.
On the same, exactly, yeah. Just like it says in Genesis. Evening and morning were the first day.
any pastor please clarify this, please?
We just did.
So why is there Easter Sunday?
I don't know. Why do you think there's Easter Sunday? to celebrate the fulfillment of Jesus' prophecy. The Messiah coming to die for us and retrieving the keys of Hades. You were a Christian, you're supposed to know this. I don't know why we actually have to say this, but yeah.
I mean, Friday night, Saturday night is only 2 nights, and then if he rolls on,
Sunday, that's not 3 nights.
you see what I'm saying? So,
This is an irreconcilable red flag in the resurrection story.
No, you're just making things to seem like there's something wrong when there's nothing wrong. I mean, I think we just explained it quite perfectly. I can't believe this is the same face reality, guys, we were always talking with. I can't.
He's been duped for sure.
since this is an astro-theological story,
Big
No, it's
facts.
not.
Sunday, or the Lord's Day,
No. Sunday's not the Lord's Day. Sunday is a pagan day given, quote unquote, for the Lord's Day on what? The Catholic gave that Sunday a Lord's Day, correct, guys?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Why was it pronounced the Lord's Day? Because God rested on the seventh day. Do you guys know that this Sunday is actually the first day of the week?
Yeah, I've always said Sunday's the first.
Not
day of the week.
Monday. So, oh no. Faciality, something you also didn't know.
or the Sun's Day, has to take
Again, Gregorian. Sunday is based on Gregorian. I mean, where's the etymology that started all the names? Yeah?
Like all weekdays are named after planets, aren't they?
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's got absolutely nothing to do with what he's trying to
So-called
say.
planets, should I say?
Yeah, so-called
Yeah.
planets. A wandering star.
take place on a Sunday, because
Wait for it.
this is about worshiping the Son of God, the literal Son of God. This is Son worship.
Okay, great. Now I want to move on to something else quickly.
That's Apollo, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There we go. When was Christianity, guys, first started? 50 days after Jesus' death. Okay?
Better, yeah.
So it's 50 days. We get that. That's still fresh. That's when Christianity started. That was when the first sermon actually started. Now, let's see. He's trying to talk about Catholicism. I mean, we clearly saw he's showing Catholicism Jesus. What does that say when Catholicism decided to do this? 30 CE. Is that before 50 days or after 30 days?
After.
Huh. Something doesn't add up, does it?
No.
Yeah. But just keep that in mind, guys.
Not a coincidence.
Now we see here Monday is the moon's day and Sunday is the sun's day.
It literally couldn't be more obvious.
And we all know the Sabbath day is supposed to be on a Saturday.
It is Saturday.
Nope. We know the days are based on pagan rituals. They gave it these literal days. Still trying to place in things that are absolutely got nothing to do with showing Jesus to be a literal son, by the way.
No. Exactly.
It's really
But
hard
most
to
Christians-
understand Sabbaths because they worked on a moon calendar.
Exactly. It's totally different. A 13-month moon calendar. That's what I said. He's whole basing this all on a Gregorian 12-month calendar. And notice there's also things called leap years in a Gregorian calendar, as far as I know.
Yes.
Huh. Doesn't that move things around?
Just don't go to church on Saturday. The Sunday worship It's just that you're worshiping the Son of God.
No. If you go to
Worship
church,
Christ every day.
exactly. That's why you meditate on His word day and night. If you go to a church, that's unfortunately the day that they have church services. What about the churches that have it on Saturdays? Or let's say you go to a church gathering on a Friday.
They have them all different type. Like they have
Yeah.
them like on a Wednesday night, for
Yeah.
instance.
What about cell group? I mean, the inconsistency of this is just idiotic. I mean, he's correlating. Oh, well, we know usually churches happen on Sunday, so therefore you guys are worshipping the sun. Sorry, last time I checked, God checks the intent of your heart, not some bloke who makes shit up to say what you're worshipping or not. Do you guys worship the sun when you pray to God?
No.
No. Is your intent of your heart saying, oh, I'm praying to that light in the sky?
No.
No.
Without even knowing.
Fact. Who dies every winter solstice
No,
for 3
he
days
doesn't.
and then resurrects or rises again. Born again.
The sun never dies. The sun is always here. Last time I checked, the sun's still around in the sky. Has been since God created it and is going to be until it falls down to earth one day.
Where's this massive pregnant woman ready to give birth to this son?
Exactly. It was never born, it was created.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a bit uncomfortable. Back
is
in the
insane.
universe, huh? Crazy.
Now, what age was Jesus born during? Zodiac, constellation-wise. The age of Pisces.
Dionysus believed that if the planetary alignment marked the end of an age, i.e. the Pisces age, then the birth of Jesus Christ marked the beginning of the age of Pisces 2,000 years earlier.
Now, whether we're still in that or the age of Aquarius is up for debate. But Jesus began the age of Pisces.
No, he didn't. Jesus began the age of Jesus.
Oh, this
Yeah, just because he broke a few fish and all that, didn't need to put Pisces on them.
I mean, really?
He broke a
Just
few fish.
because
and
they
then-
placed zodiac numerology to it. By the way, didn't this age of... I want to go back to it. Who was this? Dionysus believed that if planetary alignment... Wasn't Dionysus after Jesus' time? Yes.
Dionysus is into Greek.
Yeah. But he came
Yeah,
after
but-
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, placing Jesus in the age of Pisces, a zodiac, after Jesus was here, how do you not see the red flag here? How does that make Jesus brought the age of Pisces when the zodiac symbolism came after?
Dionysus believed that if the
Does he believe in this Dionysus? Like,
Probably. Right now, if you, I think if that Dr. Hagins told him his feet could talk, he would probably believe it.
planetary alignment marked the end of an age, i.e. the Pisces age, then the birth of Jesus Christ marked the beginning of the age of Pisces 2,000 years earlier.
Now, whether we're still in that or the age of Aquarius is up for debate. But Jesus began the age of Pisces.
Which is the age of deception.
Check out the Pisces.
You see, that's what he's trying to say. He's trying to say Jesus, by symbolism, came to deceive us. How's that?
Wow.
This kind of makes me think of who's the one that deceives everyone?
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
I wonder who that is.
what,
Who-
the one who's actually called the deceiver.
Yeah, the one who roams around like a roaring lion to see who he might devour.
Yeah, kill.
Does that sound
steal,
like Jesus to you?
yeah.
Huh. And last time I checked, who's the ruler of this world?
That same dude that we can't remember the name of.
Oh, I know it starts with the S somewhere.
S, and he's got another name.
Yeah.
L.
Usually they put red horns on him and stuff, you know. But
Yeah,
I think it's that guy. Now, why is he taking?
Who were created before thousands of years before Jesus.
Oh yeah, apparently.
Mm.
Something tells me that these guys have different Bibles to what everybody else reads.
Yeah.
The guy who beguiled Eve in garden.
So that was Jesus, guys. Jesus was the snake. He was the serpent in the garden then.
But Jesus, it comes from the line of Adam.
Look, who came to deceive us? Biden? Felicia.
Felicia, yeah.
That's a good one. Oh, man. It's insane.
Symbol.
And you'll
And this comes back to the Bible as well. Sorry, I have to say. In the end times, what will be good will be bad. What will be bad will be good. And this is exactly what's playing out right now, guys. They're making God look like the one to be the deceiver, and the actual deceiver to be the one that's good.
see why these two aquatic vertebrate animals are extremely significant.
All right, so it represents 2 fish. How many fish did Jesus have when he broke it?
Fish.
Sorry?
It don't look like not like two fish anyway when you look at Pisces.
No, it doesn't.
No, not if you look at the constellation itself.
But it's still
Which
got
is
absolutely nothing to do with Jesus being born or dying anyway. Just because he gave people 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread doesn't make God a deceiver. It means he fed people. He may have had a miracle.
Yeah.
It just so happened someone had 2 fish with them. Would it help if they had 1 fish?
Were it deceiving them that they were hungry?
Oh, wow. And I wonder if he's actually going to talk about the symbolism of the 5 loaves then. Because it's very handy dandy if you just want to talk about the 2 fish but ignore the 5 loaves.
Yeah.
They were born in the age of the loaf.
It will be unleavened.
The 5 loaves represent 1 loaf for each 1,000 person.
And fed 5,000 people.
Uno, dos. Matthew 14:17. And they say unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Matthew 14:19. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes.
What symbol do we use to represent Jesus?
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence that where they were was a fisherman's village when they fed the people. What a coincidence that they had fish with them. What a coincidence that the disciples, some of them, were fishermen.
Peter.
Oh no, what do fishermen do usually catch people?
Fusk.
Fish.
What did Jesus say? I'll make you fishers of men.
Yeah. So he does know this symbolization with the fish of Jesus is literally just there to say fishers of men.
And that's 1 fish.
Not
that Jesus
Pisces.
in the middle of, not 2 fish.
Yeah, where's the 2 fish? Yeah.
Yeah.
What has this got to do with Pisces? Absolutely sweet bugger all.
It's nothing. That symbol has nothing to do with Pisces.
Yeah.
I think it's Greek in origin, isn't it?
It's simple. I will make you fishers of men. That's the whole reason behind this symbolism of a fish. Fishers of men. Because he was talking to his disciples, which were fishermen. Drop your nets and follow me, and I will help you become fishers, not of fish, but of men. Not hard to understand. Something tells me he doesn't really read his Bible properly.
No. He's just trying to find correlation.
I don't think. I've not, like when I've seen him doing stuff, I've never seen him cover like New Testament anyway.
That's also true. Not really. I'm actually want to see if he still got his old stuff on his channel. I mean, you want to hear even more ridiculous than this? Try listen to this one with the Noah's Ark.
Oh no.
It's.
What did he say about
I
that?
listened to 5 minutes and I couldn't anymore. He took it off. Oh no, the sermon. Yeah. No, he took it off, guys. The other Christian stuff that was on was off.
Okay.
Sad. Sad.
Jesus, fish.
Now you understand why.
But really, the origin of this symbol is meant to express Jesus. And what about Jesus? He's the Son of God. He's our Savior.
That's false. It doesn't represent Jesus. It represents being fishers of men. That's what it represents. So who is this guy anyway?
Cool.
So he's taken some bloke that just says the origin means Jesus, which it doesn't. It symbolizes fisher of men. That's all it symbolizes.
That's what that symbol means in the back of bumper stickers of cars. That's what that symbol has meant for hundreds and hundreds of years, especially during that time.
Hundreds of years. I thought it was supposed to be thousands of years already. Last time I checked, when Peter became a fisher of men, that's when it started. That's 2,000 years ago. Okay. So hundreds of years. We missed something. Guys, it's definitely have to be parallel universes. I'm starting to think it's true, guys. Because there's something wrong here.
Of Christian persecution in the Roman Empire.
Yes, I agree. But it means Jesus Christ, Son of God. But little do you know, it's the Son, S-U-N, of God.
Wow.
Again, what does that got to do with what he's talking about now?
So what about the message of sacrifice? He's sacrificing himself for our sins. What's that got to do with the Son? You know?
I also want to know, just there's so much things we can go. When God ordered Abraham to take his son to go up, and they didn't take a lamb with them,
Sacrifice.
a sacrifice. What is the symbolism behind that whole thing?
It was foretelling a God sacrificing his own son.
His only begotten son, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what God was seeing. He was seeing the heart. Now, what has that got to do with anything if God could have just said, there's my son lighting your way in the day?
Yeah.
Why did he have to go through all that?
Exactly.
It's just really idiotic stuff.
We're dealing with astro-theology and
No, you're
Roman
not.
sun worship of Sol Invictus
No, you're not.
in the age of Pisces that Jesus was born during.
And everything you just said came after Jesus. Literally, all these beliefs you just gave came after Jesus. Not before, not at the same time, afterwards.
Finding a picture of Apollo, because he looks exactly like Sol Invictus and Statue of Liberty.
That's a liberty, yeah. If you put me onto that.
Yeah.
Let's rewind.
That's what that symbol has meant for hundreds and hundreds of years, especially during that time of Christian persecution in the Roman Empire.
In the 3rd century, the Roman Empire, which at the time had not adopted Christianity, celebrated the rebirth of the unconquered sun on December 25th.
And what about...
He just debunked himself there, guys.
Yeah, because if they were already celebrating Sun and Sol Invictus before
And they didn't adopt the Christianity.
then
Yeah.
how can Christianity be
Anything.
celebrating the sun?
Yeah.
Christian persecution in the Roman Empire.
In the 3rd century, the Roman Empire, which at the time had not adopted Christianity. And that's when they were using the fish, correct? To say what symbolizes fisher of men. You're a Jesus follower, a Christian. Celebrated the rebirth of the unconquered sun, Sol Invictus, aka heliocentric worship, guys.
Yeah.
On December what? 25th. Huh. Sort of like Christmas. Anybody ever wondered why? Now,
It's just crazy.
last time I checked, if they weren't adopting Christianity and they are talking about an unconquered sun in their belief system, why is he trying to place Christianity in there? He's literally debunked himself with this statement right here.
Of course.
The 3rd century, the Roman Empire, which at the time had not adopted Christianity, celebrated the rebirth of the unconquered sun on December 25th.
And what about Jesus? He's the Son of God. He's the Son of God.
He's the Son of God.
Yeah, remember? He's the Son of God, but he's the only begotten Son of God. I think that's one thing he seems to forget. Begotten. Begotten means literally he had to be born. Like physically born. And last time I checked, the Son is not born.
It's also saying like you can't use the word son though. Like, so anybody who's got a son have their own personal sun flying about in the sky.
Exactly.
Right.
Stupid.
You think that was stupid? Listen to this. Listen to this. Now he's attacking Flat Earth 2 here, guys.
And he comes in the clouds daily, and every eye sees him daily. Revelations 22:16. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. Talk about dead giveaway. Wait, did he just say I'm the bright and morning star?
It's not a
Serious?
star.
Nope.
God created the sun, moon, and stars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He created the sun to rule the day and the moon to rule the night. And he created the stars also. Oh boy, the sun's not a star. Didn't he know this? Why is he taking heliocentric mumbo jumbo and placing it into the Bible?
Yeah.
The sun is not a star. Faciality. You of all people should know this.
He knows exactly.
Seriously? I mean, seriously. Hey, Google, what is the brightest star in our solar system?
The sun, according to Wikipedia, measurement.
Sorry. Is Google
Solar.
heliocentric?
Measurement.
Or maybe you should have... Measurement. Yeah.
He is saying, I mean, his solar system's just flowing off the tip of his tongue. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's reverted a little bit as well, isn't it?
Wow.
I mean, what does he believe in?
Makes you wonder whether he got into flat earth stuff to try and get followers in order to deceive.
Never know.
Well,
Never know. But I mean,
Call it
all
as
I
see it.
know is he's got to wake up, because this idiotic stuff he's pushing is it's a no-go.
it's actually
The sun
quite
is-
childish.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's childish. It's basic. It's rudimental.
I mean, you don't even really need to know stuff to know what's literally being shown, what he's saying, is bullshit. Exactly, true though, Comfort. He's supposed to be a flat earther, but he's referring to the solar system. That's my whole point.
Yeah.
And if he really wanted to be, what's Sam? Google, what is the sun according to the Bible? Let's see what that says. Okay, this is Bing. We don't need to go to Bing.
It's very easy.
What is the sun according to the Bible? The other reader says, the sun shall not smite thee by day nor by night. The first three Bible passages, the sun is used to describe God, who is good, while the second tells us the sun is what? The sun won't harm us. That's false.
That's false.
What on earth is
That is false.
You don't need to Google it anyway. The Bible describes the sun as a light, nothing more.
Yeah, let's do it this way. I think just in case, so we can show everybody what the Bible actually says. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and a void, darkness over the face of the deep, blah, blah. Note, guys, it was dark. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Was the sun created yet?
No. Not yet.
Huh. Okay. Where are we going? But anyway, it's Genesis 1 verse... I can't think now. 5?
Fourth day, or...
Yeah, the 4th day. I'm trying to get... But anyway, it doesn't matter. God created man in his own image. God said, "Let there be living creatures. Let there seem water, living creatures. Let there be light." There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. The waters be light, and God said, "Let there be light." Okay. And God said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night." So he created the sun and the moon. "And let them serve as signs to mark sacred times and days and years. And let them be lights in the vault of the sky to give light upon the earth." And it was so, and God made 2 great lights. The greater light to govern the day, that would be the sun. And the lesser light to govern the night, that would be the moon. He also made the stars.
Yeah.
Does that say the sun is a star?
No.
No.
Mutually exclusive. The sun's the sun, the star's a star.
Exactly. So according to the Bible, the sun is not a star. And he wants to look at Google with heliocentrism. It's saying, "Oh, the sun's a star."
Is the brightest star as viewed from Earth?
I mean, come on, people. Just think. I mean, what is that bright light we watch rise every morning?
The sun.
And not a star.
And not a star, exactly. Why use the Bible and try and claim it to be a star when it literally says it's not a star?
The sun. Still not convinced? Okay, how about John 8:12? I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life.
Yeah, we just showed you. Light came before the sun and moon were even created. Genesis 1 as well. And what happens, guys, when we get to the New Jerusalem? Will there be need for a sun?
I was just going to say that.
Exactly. It says there won't be a need for a sun, correct?
Yeah.
Because Jesus will be the light.
Yeah.
Ouch. So no sun then, but Jesus is a light? That's weird.
Really? I mean, really. Ask any child what the brightest light in the daytime is. The sun, which
The brightest light, yeah. Not star.
without a doubt is the light of life.
Daylight is the combination of all direct and indirect sunlight during the daytime.
So, the light of the world then. And as far as that middle sentence, he that followeth me shall not walk in darkness. Okay, if you follow the sun non-stop, guess what?
See what I'm saying, how ridiculous it gets?
But shall have the light of life. It means like eternal life. Like
It's
spiritual.
It's not as in like sun gives life to plants and.
Exactly.
I mean, this correlation, it's not even. I mean, it's only loose. It's even. It's really, really loose. It's not. There's no strength to this at all. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Really, this I say, it gets more and more ridiculous as he goes on. He even starts. He starts defending. He even starts defending the book of Barnabas.
Okay.
And saying, "Oh, the reason it's taken out of because the Council of Nicaea took it out of the Apocrypha. It wasn't even part of the Apocrypha." I don't even think we're going to get there tonight, but wow. It's insane.
You'll be in daylight nonstop. Christians, these two verses
I don't
alone
think
prove.
we need to cover all this, really.
We don't really.
Because it's absolutely ridiculous.
It's
It's
insane. Every single thing he brings up is wrong. It's not even partially correct. It's literally wrong. And he got all this from that bloody Hagins dude. I'm speechless, actually. I don't know what I can tell this guy. Dude, wake up. I think that's the only thing we can say is wake up. I mean, it gets so bad that he starts blaspheming Christianity, that God, and starts laughing about it. Yeah.
Oh, is that Adam Meakin just whooped in? It is. It's the Adam Meakin.
The Adam, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while.
Evening, guys.
How's it going?
How you doing?
I was gifted a channel membership.
Again,
I
yeah,
needed
yeah.
one to know you were here. I don't know where it came from, but I just want to say thank you.
Godzilla, probably.
Well, thank you, Godzilla.
Mhm.
I love Jesus chat, so I was just coming to listen. I did have a question.
Yeah.
I have to put not sure on my vote. Just by definition of begotten, because it's such a funny phrase that has implications. That term that's often made me. I don't have an answer, but it makes me think.
Yeah, begotten is just specifically if you have a child, you begotten that child is born of your flesh.
Yeah, and so when I apply that to the Trinity,
I don't think
it messes with my melon, man.
Yeah, but if you remember, when it comes to the Trinity, Jesus is God in human form. So he came on the world as a human. That's why he was born, begotten from God.
So interpreted as a fleshly begotten, as opposed to a spiritual pre-existence or formation.
Yeah, he's still spiritual, but he
No,
came
sorry.
and was born human flesh.
Pre-spiritual existence before the physical begottenness.
Sorry, Michael, you want to say?
I was just going to say what Strong's definition of it.
Definition of begotten.
Yeah, Strong's like
is to bring into existence. It doesn't necessarily mean fatherhood. I don't think it's even.
Does that mean create as well? Bring into existence can mean create.
But obviously, we know Jesus existed in the beginning with the Father, so
that's why I said it's a point of.
It might have some meaning of him like being brought into the world.
Yeah, it's only one. In other words, begotten, only begotten. So only one.
Which is why I like Flatzoid's instant interpretation. That it's a physical bringing into existence with a spiritual pre-existence. Which then isn't in contradiction to either the term begotten or any of the scripture as far as I can see.
Yeah, because how I like to explain it to people is like, if you look at it in this way, you're a person. You're one person, but you have three essence. You have a spirit, you have a soul, and you have a body. You're still the same person, but you have three different essences. Now, when you look at the Trinity, you're looking at it that way. Three persons, but it's one God. So you got the Holy Spirit, you got Jesus the Son, and you got God the Father. Still three different persons, but one God.
I mean, it is a physical thing anyway. I mean, if you look at like the Chronicles in the Bible, and that it tells you like this person begat this person, that person begat that person. You know, the genealogy. So to me, it is a physical thing. Anyway, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where it gets trippy. So if it's genealogy, then it's just physicality. But it's not genealogy. It's not Joseph begat Jesus.
But you've got to be careful with these Hebrew words because they can have multiple meanings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What does in the sense when today he is my begotten son? yeah, with the dove above, yeah. Yeah. What does that mean? I know when I begat my son, yeah, and those, but that's just physical. There seems to be a lot more to the term when we invoke God as the one that is begotten here. It's not just a physical thing where we can apply it to everyday use.
But I think that's where the only begotten comes in with Jesus, isn't it? Only begotten Son. I think
it must have something to do with like not being created as well, I think.
Yeah, because
Well,
born and created are two different things there.
Yeah, it's not announced at the nativity, is it? It's announced at the baptism. John the Baptist. So that's the next thing that you think. Oh, okay. So it's not a physical begotten, is it? What is happening here?
No, I get you though, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah. So what do you say? Everything that I don't know if you've checked what he's been saying, that Jesus is just symbolism for the actual Son.
Yeah, not that I'm aware of. You might.
That's what he's pushing there.
The sun is the symbolism for the power of the God, for the power of the true Creator. Yeah, it's not the reverse.
Matthew Eastman, thank you for being a member 14 months, man. He says Colossians 1, verse 16 to 17. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together.
See, that's why I like your interpretation, Flats. Yeah, because but it then asks the question begotten, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If that scripture to hold true means his pre-existence of the point of begotten, or the announcement, the annunciation of today you are my begotten. So that's why I think it means more. What I don't know what it means. Do you know what I mean? But it's a question I look at and think, surely that means more than born, because my kids are begotten, but that's not maybe that's the point of baptism. That's its significance. But
yeah, look, baptism is spiritual. When it comes to the begotten part, it's physical. So it's like physically born flesh. But it doesn't stop him from being spiritual, though. I mean, when he got baptized, it was more a symbolism for letting the Holy Spirit come to comfort him. Just like when you get baptized, you have the Comforter coming to comfort you. So yeah, guys. Oh, I don't know. Do you want to still carry on with that video? I don't think I want to. It just gets really bad. It gets really bad.
I can imagine.
I mean, let's for instance look here quickly.
It's
Where
embarrassing.
and later on he's going to say, why don't they want to keep the book of Barnabas? Okay. And then he says, oh, but you see, they didn't keep it. I want to quickly show you something. When was the book of Barnabas done? The Gospel of Barnabas, is a non-canon. Yeah.
Islamic adaptation, isn't it? The book of Barnabas.
Yeah, and it came
because it doesn't it correlate with the Quran in that it will suggest that it wasn't Jesus on the cross.
Exactly. It is, and it's Middle Ages. Last time I checked, Jesus was long before the Middle Ages.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And he was saying that's why the Council of Nicaea didn't keep it in the Bible, because it specifically says Jesus was never crucified, which is Islamic, exactly like he says. But I mean, 16.
It's not. It wasn't. I think the Quran says it appeared to them, implying that he was substituted. And I think that's kind of what is given in the book of Barnabas, that there is a crucifixion,
but someone
Christ
replaced him.
Jesus did save that. Yeah.
Yeah, someone replaced him because
Yeah.
because he was just a prophet. Because remember, according
No.
to Islam, because according to Islam, remember, Islam is Allah is the greatest of deceivers. So he deceived all the Christians to make it believe that Jesus was crucified out of deception, where he wasn't really. They actually just exchanged him for a lookalike doppelganger, which decided to get brutally murdered in front of everybody for no apparent reason.
The Quran gets messy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Allah bothers to save Jesus, unlike he bothers to save any other prophet, including Muhammad, then what's special about Jesus? And so there is something special, because God bothers to intervene in the Quran and stop him suffering, something he does for nobody else, Muhammad included. So by the very fact of what the Quran describes, it sets Jesus apart, Isa apart, even in the Quran. That's what's strange in all of these things, as the Quran uses Jesus stories to support, Islam.
Yeah,
but
and
he's still even the miracles he does in the Quran are still separating from any other prophet as described by the Quran. You don't see the Prophet Muhammad healing blind people, bringing birds out of
what is Muhammad's excuse? What is Muhammad's excuse? No, it wasn't set apart for me to show you miracles. Would you still believe even if I showed you miracles?
Yeah, the point being that even the Quran does so. Right, so at the end of days, who's coming back from a Muslim point of view on a white horse to judge everyone? Isa, Jesus.
Yeah.
He's set apart even in the Quran that holds Muhammad in.
But you see what I love about the Quran, though? The Quran debunks itself by actually claiming, because I mean, the Quran says Allah has no children, he has no sons or daughters. But the same Quran says that you should take the book as truth. And what's the book? It's the Torah and the Bible. And the Torah and the Bible specifically says Jesus is the begotten Son of God, of Allah. So the Quran debunks itself. Actually, everything the Quran says actually debunks itself and shows that Jesus is God and not a Muslim. This is really interesting. We should actually have a stream on the differences between the Quran and the Bible. I think it'll be quite a cool stream, actually.
That'd be good.
Because you'll be surprised the things that the Quran says.
Vicky says, "Can we never watch him again?" Face reality. Yeah, not when he's teaching that crap anyway.
Yeah, I think we're done with that now. I mean, it can go on and on, but the point is, we just had to show him everything he was basing his arguments on were all based on ignorance and just correlations that had nothing to do with what he was trying to correlate.
Yeah, like I say, it was how could think that up. It was rudimental. It's just loosely based. Loosely related. What? Sorry.
Do you think he's got many cult members?
I don't know. It's probably that other dude's cult, isn't it? I can't remember the guy's name.
It's quite a rife thing. It's rife to come across that sort of belief in YouTube arena. I've had it thrown at me many times.
Well, if we carried on watching, he's even going to bring up Santos Bonacci. Because that's exactly what Santos Bonacci teaches, guys. That Jesus wasn't crucified. He wasn't an actual person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so, sorry to be ignorant, because I did miss it. I've literally just got in and seen that and thought, I'll join. So what was this guy saying? That Jesus is the
physical sun.
Physical sun, yeah.
As in the sun in the sky.
S-U-N, yeah.
And where's he pulling that from?
Out his
Zodiac, to do with the zodiac. It's all like I say, it was all correlation based. 12 this, the 12 signs of the zodiac relate to the 12 disciples.
Flatzoid, skip back to that Da Vinci painting part for Adam to see.
Oh yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Jesus is the bright morning star. Well, that's Venus. If you're going to make it astrological.
Yeah, but the Bible specifically says that the sun and the stars aren't the same things, though.
No, I'm saying, but if you're going to make things astrological, that quote in of itself doesn't relate to.
But then he went straight to heliocentrism definition of what sun is, a star.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But listen to this quickly. What he says here.
He's supposed to be a flat earther, like.
But watch this quickly and see if he has any correlation here, Adam, because you don't know what's going on here. Just look what it says here. See if you can pick up these
S-O-N
correlations.
in the very center. Or the S-U-N.
Mm-hmm.
We see 12 disciples paired off into groups of threes. 4 groups of threes.
Now, why do you think that is?
Okay. So we have the 12 zodiac signs and the 4 seasons of each year. And each season lasts about 3 months.
That's why. So you can clearly see the astro-theological correlation and connections in this image.
So the focal point of this...
A painting by Da Vinci. Wow.
What did you take from that, Adam? Not knowing really the context of what's going on.
I see pagan backworking. Like I said earlier, it's the reverse. Yeah. So even if you look in the early Hebrew churches, you'll see the zodiac. So it's not. It's the fact that the 12 is already significant, and that's why Jesus would choose 12, because it has a relevance to those people at that time, that number. But to imply that the 12 is because Christ is the Son is just beyond. Or to cite that as evidence that Christ is the Son is nonsensical. It's to show that early things would relate to that. So if you do look at the zodiac, 12s are useful. Is 12 the most relevant number? I don't know. It's spurious correlation, isn't it? At best, it's probably. I'm stumbling to make a link, other than that. Obviously, there are. If you're going to draw a link, the numbers match. That's the thing. There are 12 constellations. Maybe there's 13. This is the trouble. If you go a Judaic point of view, then no, there aren't. There's more, isn't there? Because it's a lunar cycle.
That's right.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I want to quickly read out the 13 apostles, and then you tell me if there's 13 or 12. Okay. Peter, 1. James, 2. John, 3. Andrew, 4. Philip, 5. Judas, 6. Matthew, 7. Thomas, 8. James, 9. The son of Alphaeus, 10. Bartholomew, 11. Judas of Thaddeus, 12. And Simon, Zelotes, 13. Why are they always just referencing 12 disciples, though? Because he only named 12 apostles, but there were 13 disciples.
Well, there were more disciples anyway, weren't there?
Yeah. But you understand what I'm saying? He's correlating the letter 12 based on ignorance, not knowing the history. And remember what we said, he's basing this based on the Gregorian calendar, not even on the actual lunar calendar, what they actually work on, which is 13 months, not 12. So all these correlations are literally based on wrong information.
Yep.
I think that's the point. If you're going to go historical, Jesus is a Jew. 12's if you're going to make it astrological, then it's supposed to be months, which is lunar cycles. Well, then that's not the case, is there?
Mm-hmm.
There are 13. So I don't know. You can't use it as any kind of proof to say that Jesus is the Son, which is just absurd. That's the bit that keeps messing with my melon again. That's a nonsensical link. Can you make astrological links between ancient Judaism and the current zodiac? Yes, yeah, we can look at that.
If you use a pagan belief system, yes.
Well, fundamentally, back then there was a level of different viewpoint. Judaism, pre-Ezra was very different. Yeah, it's kind of reformed even then out of Babylon, isn't it? So those existing systems 2,000 years or more ago, you've got to put a little bit of apologetics in for our specific viewpoint right now. Especially when you don't have the TV or internet, and all you did have to look at was the stars. So does that mean they were all backwards worshipping the stars? No, I don't think so.
Exactly.
No, and so you've just got to put a little bit of, how do you tell stories? Well, what have you got? What's there all the time to try and paint visuals? Well, you've got the stars.
But I mean, how do you think we have such accurate ways to navigate or to have predictions based on the sky? It's because of all the people during the centuries just observed what is going on. It's as simple as that. They didn't worship it, they just observed.
There's lots of ways that I think this is why the ancient, you get Roman time, why Caesars will become gods, because they would be cast into the stars to become immortalized, and that's because they'd have stories told about them. They'd be given a star and incorporated in a story. Now, the way ancient Judeans would relay stories is to look at the stars, and the one I remember, there's loads of stuff on the internet if you want to look at this. The one I always remember is the big square that's there. That's the blanket that you can use, that constellation to remind you of the story of when Noah should have been covered over by his son with a blanket, or didn't. You know what I mean? That's probably contention. But there's lots of historical stuff that describes how remember, you've not got writing. Okay, so how are the stories of the patriarchs remembered without writing? Well, you use the stars and the patterns in the stars to remind you of the stories. So there's lots of stuff, and that's one of the things that when Jesus was a master in the temple and these wowing things that people postulate, that's why he's so amazing. He can use the stars to recreate the Torah. That's part of the skills of the Magi, isn't it? If you look into them, that so, but in none of that, if you look at that is that a proclamation that those are the people, that Jesus is this body, that this is this body. They're not there for that. They're there to recount the stories of the patriarchs. Not, I say, it's only when you get to the Roman times that if you're a good Kaiser, that you're remembered and given immortality by being remembered in the stars. Thousands of years later,
Yeah.
Same with the Greeks.
But yeah, I think at the end of the day, though, because I don't know if you checked, we were looking at this Dr. Ray Hagins, which started this whole nonsense. He used to be a pastor, and then he became a chief elder spiritualist, and
He's
he
a big fat black guy, isn't he?
Yeah, and he renamed himself after Horus. What? No, Hotep.
Horus.
It's really crazy stuff.
Horus, as in Egyptian.
Hotep. Yeah, he's Egyptian. Hotep and.
Well, this faciality guy's got an ankh around his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a big ant around his neck. Yeah.
He's an anchor.
He's an anchor. Yeah, I was just thinking that. That's why I laughed.
Oh, yeah. But guys, I'm going to have to end here anyway.
Good.
Got to get up in a few hours for exercise. Sorry?
That could get messy. Black Hebrew Egyptology gets
it's quite bad, yeah. It's quite culty.
But as a white person, that could be accused of cultural appropriation.
Wow.
Black Egyptians would sit in that category.
It's funny you should mention that, like, because he sort of comes across as very racial to white people.
Yeah, apparently, because even later on he says the reason the sun is white is because of white supremacy.
Racist son.
Yeah.
and then debunks himself by putting up the reason it's white is because of all the color spectrums. So, yeah, guys, all the color spectrums makes it white supremacy, apparently.
Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, the sun was yellow. It wasn't white. I remember it being yellow.
It's crazy. Yeah, but guys, I'm gonna have to end the stream here because I got to sleep. I got to get up early for exercise and then work and all that stuff. You know that mumbo jumbo.
Yes.
So I want to say thanks, guys, for coming. Thanks everybody for being here. Yeah, I did tag face reality. Maybe you'll see this and you'll see the information he's shown is wrong. I mean, we could have gone through the whole thing and shown practically everything he presented is wrong. So maybe he'll catch a wake-up call. You know what I mean?
Hopefully.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll see you guys all tomorrow night for another epic stream. Thanks all for that. It was a nice chat at least. So a bit on the difficult side, but I think it was great. So you guys want to say something quickly before I end?
No, all good. I totally disagree with Face in this completely. Whatever was said definitely in love. But Face, I think you're wrong, dude. I know you're wrong.
Yeah.
What the Ellement, that's all you can say.
Yeah, dude. Come on back.
I mean, just look at the dates alone on what's presented and you already see everything has holes that just doesn't work. I mean, bringing sources out after the actual documented sources doesn't really help.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks all for coming. Many, many blessings, and may the pressure be with you. Cheers.